What's up, everybody? Ben here. Had another good weekend at Little Sahara State Park in Waynoka, Oklahoma, and got there, did some work during the day, and then some more people of our group showed up just in time for us to run out and have a good sunset ride. And I'm loving these sunset rides here at Little Sahara this season. It's very refreshing. The weather's just perfect now, and camera view. I didn't know I was going to be leading, so otherwise I would have pointed the camera backwards. But I think there's 4 or 5 cars behind me in our group, and there's some other groups kind of scattered out amongst the dunes. This was Friday night, so wasn't super busy, but there was some patches of groups, and there's a lot of quads this weekend, a lot of and smaller sand vehicle traffic, quads and dirt bikes. So it's really nice to see that. It's refreshing. Reminds me of old times 10 years ago or something like that, whenever we were all on quads. But now that's for the young kids. After duning for a few minutes, time to turn on our lights. So that's when we realized one of our friends does not have any lights. So we pulled over to take a look at that. Just found a blown fuse, replaced that. This is also about the time that I realized this might be the first all razor ride that I've ever been on. Many of you know that I'm a loyal Yamaha driver. And this is my first razor, and just so happens that the other 4 cars in our group this ride are also all razors. So watched the sunset, enjoyed a little bit of the company, and just kind of hung out for a few minutes, and then we went on a brief night ride and ran around for a little bit, and then called it a night, headed back into to camp. It's a good time. Saturday we hung out at the camp for a little while, and then decided to go drive our trucks down to Little Sahara Sand Sports and pick up some lunch. They have a couple of food trucks there, and there's like a coffee shop and stuff like that. So we went down there, got some food. As you can see, everything was pretty busy. There was lots of people there getting their fuel, all kinds of parts and apparel and accessories in Little Sahara Sand Sports. I always enjoy going by and checking it out, saying hi. And then it's real convenient in that their location is attached to the campgrounds at the state park's south entry gate. So it's pretty neat. After getting some food, we hopped in the truck, and a couple of us we basically drove through camp. I always like to do this. It's cool to see everybody that's come around. And this weekend was a special event called the Legends Tour, and it's for the 250R, the Honda, the original Honda Sport Quad. It's called the 250R, and there's just hundreds of these things here. So I really enjoyed seeing it. I was creeping around the campsite with my camera out, just looking at everything and taking shots of, there was just an unusually high number of quads. Not just 250Rs, there was of course lots of Banshees and Raptors and other Yamahas and Suzuki and Honda quads around. And a few, I don't know if I saw many Kawasaki's. There might have been one or two. But Either way, it's really nice. It's kind of a blast from the past to see these things, and just some of them are absolutely beautiful. You know, every bolt is polished from the ground up.
That one still had the 4
And
tracks.
so it was really nice to see that. Nice to see that. Drove around and
I don't know. I can't tell if it's a 250 or
kind of took it all in, and then that was it.
This is gnarly. Look at all these things.
We got doors.
Oh, this is one of the little kids. Look, they had these tiny little, in the back, yellow quads.
Oh,
And there was like a baby girl on it.
Oh my goodness.
there was another little bitty ones. Old school weekend, baby.
Wow, I've
They got
never
a lot
seen
of
Look at
them
those.
Here, boy.
Look over there on your right.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, there are hundreds of them.
Wow.
They'll all go out there and take a big old picture
Yep.
together.
This is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. I think it's super cool.
This is old school right here. This is what it used to be.
This is what before the side-by-sides came along and ruined it. That's what everybody says. This is the way it was.
Yep.
So we went on a nice kind of evening, late afternoon ride here. It wasn't quite sunset, but it was fun. And I flipped the camera around this time. It's the same location it was earlier, but I flipped it around after I figured out I was going to be the lead car. So you get to see the snake behind us. I think we had 5, 6 cars on this. We might have had some others drop in. I did not point the camera this way so that you could look at my ugly mug the whole time and all the funny faces I make while I'm driving. But it's a good ride. Dunes were nice, and the tops were smooth. The bottoms were kind of rough. You can see where the wind hasn't been able to clean up the chop at the bottom of the dunes. And it's kind of funny watching this video. You get to see just how much our bodies move around. Even when we're strapped into the car, strapped into the seat and the harnesses and everything, it's pretty shaky in there. after we rode for, I don't know, it wasn't too long, 20, 30 minutes or so. I didn't think it was that hard of a ride or anything. I kind of noticed a noise. Rode for another couple dunes. Then I noticed another noise. And then I looked over at my passenger and confirmed that they also heard the noise and couldn't go much further. And then we just heard some really loud clunks and hard like vibrations coming from the bottom of the car. So I stopped and asked the others if they could see parts hanging down. I thought maybe I had an axle or a CV or something break and an axle was flopping around, or I don't know, maybe a carrier bearing or a drive shaft. They said it looked fine, so I put it in low gear, went just a little bit further, and then couldn't go anymore. Couldn't get the gear shift to move, and the tires appeared to be locked, and I was hoping we had neutral so we could at least tow, but that didn't work out. So we were troubleshooting it. My buddy hopped in and he found a gear that works.
Hey, did the gear shift move? Okay, I'm on board.
He's all about the YouTube.
Watch this shit.
I feel like I scared my helmet. Something.
It's not exactly the gear that we want to have working, but it's better than towing or pushing. And I hopped in his car. We drove to the south gate. It was the closest. So this made for some very interesting looks in the dunes, as the world's best backwards driver is sitting here just doing whatever we got to do to get the Razor out. It's great.
I wonder if it's gonna overheat.
He's the world's best backwards driver.
My name's Tom Maker. I can hear it clunking from here.
Yeah.
Clack, 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 clack.
I had it even when we landed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard, really hard.
So after parking the Razor at camp, and I told those guys near that camp that I was coming back to pick it up in my trailer. Of course, we got to make about 6 or 7 broken Razor jokes to the quad guys. hopped in with one of the other guys and got to ride with Justin in a first time I've ever rode in a 4-seat Can-Am X3. So got a little fun dune ride back to Northgate in a sand limo, and it was fun. It's a good car. Those big long limos can really whip around good, and smooth ride. Got the car in the trailer. That's not supposed to be like that. Well, everybody, I just got that thing off the trailer. That was difficult. Wasn't really difficult. It's kind of funny because, you know, it only goes backwards. So we backed it onto the trailer. Luckily, I have neutral now. We didn't have neutral earlier when we were out in the dunes. So basically, I can just line it up and push it off the trailer. I borrowed this trailer from Justin, and it's a brand new trailer, but now I got a bunch of transmission fluid all over it. So I'm probably gonna pressure washer this thing and get it cleaned up a little bit for him. Unloading some other stuff. So big car is gonna go under the knife now. So I've had some doors, I've had some aftermarket suspension arms, and I've got aftermarket seats on the way, harnesses on the way. And I've got a bunch of electronics to do. I got to wire up these quick light whips that have been mounted but not wired up. I've got some alien lasers for it, and I think I'm going to use a Switch Pro for all of those things. I've got some rock lights for it. And then the idea was to get it all wrapped too. So I'm just going to finish Carter's car, which I've officially started the Proformance rear differential and driveline install. And I'm going to get Carter's car done and out of the way. And then I'm going to get the 4-seat on the lift, and I'm just going to start taking it apart. Obviously need transmission work, probably just going to have to replace the transmission. I'm not familiar with razors. I don't know if I'm going to tackle that myself. I don't think it's that big of a deal. The good news is the engine and the transmission are separate. It's 2 different cases. So I think I can do it. Well, I know I can do it. I think I can pull it off in a timely manner. I guess that's how I want to say it, because it's a matter of how long it's going to take and whether or not I mess up more stuff while I'm in there, because I've never done that. I haven't worked on many razors before. So also while it's on the lift, I'm going to take these Sandcraft wheels and tires off of the 4-seater and try those on Brooklyn's car, because we are attempting to do sample a few different tires before we commit to the long-term setup for her car. That's the idea, because it obviously needs more tire. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hopefully we don't blow a bunch of stuff up, but you know, a razor transmission isn't the end of the world. I just wish it wouldn't have happened in the middle of the dunes at kind of the beginning of our riding season. I was hoping to keep this car functional through the season, especially considering my kids bring a lot of their friends now, so we need the extra seats. That's all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on the blog. Bye.